Hi guys, so this is the first in the series of Is It Worth It, where I look at all the phones if they are still good enough. And today we have the Samsung Galaxy Alpha. So of course the first thing that we notice is that there is a big difference between the current Samsung design trend and what Samsung stood for around the time of the Samsung Galaxy Alpha. One has a glass back and the other has the removable polycarbonate back. But not only that, the Samsung Galaxy Alpha was an important device when it was launched because it was the stepping stone to the new design trend for the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. This was the first Samsung Galaxy device with a metal frame and still having the removable back. But this device is pretty old now, with the release date being in September of 2014, and it shows. Back then having a big screen was pretty limited. And with the Samsung Galaxy Alpha you just got a 4.7 inch HD AMOLED screen. And for me the display still looks fine, for its time that is. The colors have a nice punch to it, and on a smaller display I don't see the need for Full HD. Now before we go further I should tell the price, because a lot depends on that as well. And I bought this phone for just 50 euros, which is a good price. It even puts it below devices like the Xiaomi Redmi 4A. But because it's an older device we have all the specs. This phone runs on Android 4.4.4, but you could upgrade it to 5.02. It has 2 GB of RAM and it has an Exynos 5430 octa-core processor. To keep it all running, we have a tiny 1860 mAh battery. I would advise you to buy a second battery next to that, because it doesn't have a good battery life at all. But that is also something that I straight away love about this device. You could actually swap the battery. It's really simple and it's the fastest fast charge you can do. Just place in the new battery that you already charged beforehand, and then you can put the other one that is empty in it again. That's something that I really miss about devices these days. And overall, the pictures that come from this phone are still acceptable for its price. We have a 12 megapixel camera with an f2.2 aperture. It could even record videos at 4K and 30 frames per second, which was really impressive for the time, and it was really an early adopter. Sure, the quality is far from the same what we are seeing now, but being able to see that on a device like this is really impressive. It was however limited to 5 minutes, but then again you don't have this option on other budget phones at all. Most of them record at Full HD. But what makes this phone worth it for me next to the price is its features. It still does a decent job in the camera department, with having a 4K resolution recording at 30 frames per second. Pictures look decent enough for the time being, and if it's only 50 euros, this is really a good price for the phone. Next to that, like I said, I like having this removable back with a lot of grip on it as well. And of course the removable battery. It makes this phone feel good in the hand, but also it is a sturdy phone. And if the back is not looking good anymore, you can simply replace it by buying a new one. Same counts for the battery. Now the biggest problem with buying an older phone like this is that it runs on the older Android. And this one can only run up to 5.02, which means it looks kind of old. It looks playful and it's far from my favorite design. Also, Android is far more optimized right now than it was back then. So if you want an older phone that still does a decent job, but with an older Android version and a not so great battery life, but the chance to take extra batteries with you, which you can easily swap in an instant, this might be the phone for you, if you don't ask too much of it. I mean, for 50 euros you can't really go wrong with it. So let me know what you think of this kind of video. I'm going to do this for the Note 4 as well, and also the LG G4. It's something different, and also for those who might want to pay attention to their budget or don't care about having the latest and greatest. And of course, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and talk to you guys in the next. Have a good one.